Hey guys, welcome to Cooking with Tim. It's going to be a new series I'm going to do. Today, I'm going to make top ramen from scratch. Well, it's not really going to be top ramen because that's a brand name, but anyways, I'm going to make ramen, right? It's going to be completely from scratch. It's actually a lot easier than most people think it is. And I'm not going to skip into say episode 57 or something like that, like some of these other shows do. Like that guy that bakes pizza to sleep on. Anyways, so to do this, first you need a bowl, and we're actually going to use a microwave to cook it because that's actually the fastest and easiest way. And it turns out just the same as if you would bake it or deep fry it. So take the bowl, and I actually have a third cup of oats here, pre-measured. We're going to pour that right into the bowl. Fun fact, this is known as oatmeal, plain, regular, unflavored oats. And when you cook that with water, it actually becomes porridge, not oatmeal. So anyways, take the oats, and then what I actually like to use for some of the noodle base is the oats plus some pretzels. We crush those pretzels up, and those pretzels actually contain some nutrients and whatnot in them. Mix it around. That actually helps the noodles rise and create their form. So you take that, and then I'm going to take this over to the sink, add a little bit of water to this, because that's how you make ramen noodles. Some water, mix it up, good enough. So I'm going to add this to the microwave, and we cook it for about 3 minutes. I'll pause the video now, we'll come back when it's done. Alright guys, so the ramen is just about done. As soon as this is done, I'm going to actually start making the seasoning mix. That's actually really easy to make too, but let's see how this ramen turned out. We have one. Alright, it's done. Right. Oh wow, this one actually turned out a lot better than they usually do. Still a little warm, but yeah, as you can see, the pretzels really help the form of the noodles. So, I mean, now that we have the noodles done, we can start working on the seasoning mix. And for that, you'll need another bowl. The seasoning mix is really easy to make as well. So, what I like to do, it's not an exact science, but I like to take some sugar in there, about, a couple teaspoons or so. And then, you add some pepper in there. Okay, I'm going to need to set the camera down so I can use both my hands. So I'll pause the video. Alright, so I added the black pepper in here, and then we're going to add some salt. This is freshly ground sea salt. That helps a lot for the seasoning. I prefer the sea salt. You can use iodized table salt if you want. But add a little salt in there. And then we're going to stir this around. You can just use your fingers, No need to be fancy and use a spoon or anything. Oops. So just stir this around. And then actually you just need to let this sit for just a moment, and the seasoning will take form. So go back over here to the noodles, and how I like to cook them is I just add some water again. I'm just going to set it in the sink because it's easier with, one hand. About pretty much water. Like I said, not exact science. And then I'm going to microwave this again. And then I like to do 2 minutes because that makes them nice and tender. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video. And as soon as this is done, the seasoning that we've started should have set in, and the chemical reaction should have taken place, and that will cause the flavored seasoning to come out of that. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video again, and we'll see how it turned out. Alright, so the final product is almost done. We got about 5 seconds left on the clock. And we'll see how these noodles turned out. Alright, there we go. Open the microwave. Bowl can be a little hot, so be careful. But as you can see, we got the noodles done. The nice little soup base with the water there. It's a little hot, so I'm going to use a towel to grab this out of the microwave. That's a downside to cooking in the microwave, I guess, but it's a lot faster, and it really does turn out the same, just as if you'd baked it or deep fried it. like I said, you can batter it, deep fry it. That's also works pretty well. But this actually turns out very well. It's very on par with the packaged ramen quality, like the medium grade, not like the Maruchan or whatever, or the top ramen, like kind of like the stuff you get at like Whole Foods or whatever. It's kind of like that. So anyways, let's see how our seasoning made it. Alright, oh man, that came out really well this time. A lot better than the last time I made it. So this one here is actually shrimp flavored. That's what the sugar and the salt together, they have a chemical reaction where it causes shrimp flavor actually. A lot of people think they use like shrimp byproducts or shrimp eyes. Not true. So anyways, as this is done, we can just dump this seasoning right on top there. This is how I make my ramen. If you prefer to make it a different way, that's cool. So I'm just gonna get a fork here, stir it in. Now you got a nice broth for your ramen. And you got the noodles all done. And it's good to go. Bon appetit. Bonsoir. French is cool. Good night.